No, I'm not being harsh just for the sake of it, although that is a recurring theme on YouTube, I would say. And I don't often make things personal, but when people blatantly lie and scam innocent buyers, I do take it personally. It affects my outlook. It affects the outlook on this industry, and it gives people the wrong impression about the attainability of gaming PCs. And there are so many lies packed into this ad. Stay with me. The stylish Be Quiet Shadowrock 3 offers exceptional cooling while maintaining a silent profile thanks to a PWM Shadow Wings 2 fan. And with a 190 watt TDP, expect plenty of overclocking headroom. Click the link below to learn more. Asus gaming computer build with virtual reality premium. Okay. You want $1,300 for this gamer's dream. He uses phrases like does it all and very powerful. He says it's brand new, when by definition, it isn't. Not that he could even prove it. This computer is half maxed out, apparently, with 16 gigs of DDR3 fast RAM. Yeah, I'm just reading what he's saying. And can still go up to 32 gigs of RAM. It plays any games on ultra settings and has gone up to 132 FPS. You okay? You can do video editing, photo editing, and anything really. It plays all of the newest games on ultra settings. Okay, so a statement like plays any games on ultra settings is super vague, and here's why. Even a potato could technically play games on ultra. It doesn't mean you'll have a playable frame rate though. Two sides of the coin. And on that thought, he mentioned nothing about resolution either. I mean, 480p ultra settings is light years from 4K ultra, regardless of the game. But let's keep reading. I started building computers 25 years ago, and this is what I do to feed my family. If you support small business, well, this is just that. Thank you for the support. Need gone ASAP. Now look, there's nothing inherently wrong with this statement. I support small businesses, I run a few myself, but I don't support businesses large or small that attempt to cheat potential customers. Period. Your circumstances are your own, and they have no bearing on my ability to sniff out and call out BS when I see it. And here's what I mean. Asus AMD AM3 DDR2 motherboard. Wow, we are off to an epic start there, folks. Keep in mind, the asking price is $1,300. By the way, he's linking a board that doesn't match his description. The M4 and M5 variants of this thing support different CPUs. But that's beside the point. I think you know where this ad's headed. CPU, AMD FX 8320. There we go, folks. Return of the overpriced AMD FX ads. Unfreaking believable, but not really. I see this quite a bit, actually. But most aren't attempting to pass these off as superior gaming machines. I mean, these chips are literally a decade old. Doesn't seem like it, but they are. And in tech years, a decade might as well be 100 years. He has two low storage hard drives in here. Again, no SSDs of any kind. And this is a $1,300 system. Keep that in mind. A 600 watt power supply. A bit janky, okay, but that's fine. I'm not gonna nitpick there. And the icing on the cake, an RX 580. He then proceeds to link the 480, though in fairness, they aren't much different, but still, consistency. It's not there. I'm not trying to knock on the viability of either in 2020. The 40 and the 580 are great value, 1080p, and even light 1440p cards for modern titles, but they don't belong anywhere near $1,300 systems, okay? Okay, I'm a bit lighter now. And to that end, can we quit with the hype? I mean, with virtual reality premium, 132 FPS, and can overclock higher. Like, what even is this? And then again, a bit further down, he needs to reiterate, keep in mind, this computer still can be overclocked and is very powerful. Yeah, okay, bud. Computer case is the only used part and built for the most powerful gaming and media, pictures, photo editing, everything. That's a bit weird to read. This computer does it all, and you will not have to buy another computer for a good, oh God, no, don't say it, for a good 10 years. Did he seriously just say that? And again, with the VR premium garbage, can we just stop with that? Just in case you didn't catch it the first few times. VR premium, or premium VR, whatever you call it, I don't know. Duck. Then you gotta go and do us dirty with some terrible photos. I mean, what even is this? Like, what are you trying to show? This is an MSI card? I mean, That's about all this photo's good for. It doesn't really reveal much at all. This photo at least reveals the age and wear of the case. This photo reveals a bit of the... Wait a minute. Hold up. Is this a CyberPower PC case? I don't understand why he doesn't invest an additional 50 or 60 bucks for a new, clean, and much sexier case. Could definitely help resale value. Its presentation. Now don't get me wrong, it won't magically make the system worth anywhere near $1,300. That's not what I'm trying to say, but presentation goes a long way and could certainly mean the difference between a system that sells within a week and one that sells after a month or two. By the way, if you're wondering what his system's actually worth, it's in the $400 to $500 range according to eBay sources. The FX8320 is a bit overvalued at the moment on account of global inventory shortages in the market. But even if we considered MSRP for a new one, we would come nowhere close to $1,300. I mean, the platform puts us at around 160 bucks, around 60 for the CPU, 60 for a cheap AM3 Plus motherboard, and 40 for a 16 gig kit of DDR3, and then an RX 480 or 580, either one will do. 8 gigs can be found currently for around 140 bucks, though they've historically trended lower than that. Just, given the time that you're buying this, we're gonna be fair to current prices. A brand new 500 watt power supply from EVGA, it's only gonna cost you around 50 bucks. Toss in another $50 for a solid case, and then you're left with storage. That's up to you, but in this range, maybe something like a 500 gig SSD or a 120 gig plus a 1 terabyte hard drive. Either way, we're in the $400 range. And for peripherals and a cheap Windows 10 key, you're looking at around $500 all in. So there you go. His starting price is nearly 3 times higher than what you could build this for today. But just when you thought this video had ended, it turns out good old Doug has more to sell us. How about another PC? This time you want $1,700 for it. The system with, again, an FX8320, I know, and a Vega 56. This one has an AIO and a better case, but it's also a CyberPower branded one, which is kind of weird. Factor these two into our previous budget though, the new graphics card and the different case, maybe the AIO as well. He's still asking around double what it would cost to build. Not that you'd want to build with an FX processor in 2020, at least at these prices. So what I think Doug is doing is attempting to recover his initial investment plus interest. However he acquired these CyberPower pre-builds. I don't know where these are coming from. I mean, he may have made alterations, but at the end of the day, I don't find that it's a coincidence that both of the systems he's trying to sell currently sport CyberPower logos. So it's possible that these were just reconfigured pre-builds that he bought himself. Maybe he's trying to make a quick buck or two. He again says that everything but the computer case is new, but I find that awfully hard to believe. I mean, how on earth did you sit on an FX8320, not even the latter 8320E, and never use it? I mean, this hardware, again, is nearly a decade old, so it doesn't make much sense. I also find it weird that he's including mice and keyboards in these listings that are clearly used. Like, this was a new system, or one that you're saying is practically new. Why are you including peripherals that have been used for several months, if not several years? They definitely need to be cleaned. I don't think anyone's going to dispute that, the fact that these are used peripherals. But anyway, he's charging $200 for a Windows 10 Pro license, and we have no idea where he got his license, so I definitely think this one's a stretch. And 200 bucks even for Windows 10 Pro, that's pretty high for a retail key. He's charging 40 bucks for a CCleaner Pro, which also doesn't make sense because if the system is brand new, you shouldn't need something like CCleaner on your system. Who knows? Maybe he reinstalled the operating system and needed it for something. The regedit stuff, I don't know. And then down here at the bottom, he says $1,800 OBO, but his list price in the ad is $1,700. Inconsistencies like these give off disorganized and flaky impressions to potential buyers, so make sure your numbers are in order both in the description and at the top of the ad before publishing. I sincerely hope that, if Doug watches this video, he strongly considers reassessing how he evaluates his PCs in public ads. This does not make him look good as the owner of a supposed small business. And even if it wasn't a small business, it doesn't make him look good as an individual, period. I mean, he's marking up his systems 2 or 3 times over. That's ridiculous. It could ruin his integrity in the local market as well. And remember, integrity is something that takes years to build and only seconds to lose. A bit like a resume. If you all enjoyed this one, or at least learned a thing or two, click that like button, consider subscribing, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Greg. Thanks for cringing with me. Oh. Okay, ready? 3, 2...